I discovered my worst fear at my husband's funeral. Story by you/new to town jam. Mom, Joey won't let me have my doll back. Joey, be nice to your sister. I replied half-heartedly, struggling to contain the niggling irritation I felt at my kids bickering at a time like this. I didn't care that they were small. Couldn't they read the room? I didn't look at them. I couldn't bear the things they reminded me of. They were kids. They didn't understand why I didn't care about a doll at their father's funeral. Logically, I knew that, but sometimes it was just really hard to accept. I was embarrassed. Wrangling my children while the entire church full of people looked at me with all that pity in their eyes. The good intentions were there, but I felt patronized. None of them dared to speak to me, not even my own family. I couldn't blame them. What were they supposed to say? The poor grieving widow. That's all I'd ever be now. It was still raw. It had only been 2 weeks since the accident. I could still feel the injury I'd sustained to my spine. Can you call it an accident? That man may not have meant to murder my husband, but he meant to drink every drop he did before he got in the car. Drunk driver. A tragic accident. What if that tragic accident was your whole world? Ben and the kids were my whole world. I was in the car too when that sack of breathing crap hit us. I barely remember the hours after. The doctors said I was in shock and they hid so much from me. It hurt, like I'd swallowed knives. It took them hours to even tell me Ben was dead. I spent nights in the hospital after it happened, wishing I'd died instead. I resented my mother when she came to see me the day I was discharged. Why did she bring the kids? I wasn't ready to parent again yet. Wasn't that obvious? I just had so much ripped away. You need to do something, Kel. Think about your kids. Those two little angels are the only things that will get you through this. She managed between sobs. How selfish. How effing selfish. She dumped those two insensitive little creatures on me, full of curiosity and questions while I tried to quietly grieve their dad. She didn't even say goodbye to them, just left them there, needy little parasites. I hated my mom for it, but she was right. I needed them. I spent the next few nights just watching them sleep. I never looked at their faces. I couldn't, but their little hands, their feet, their breathing chests, it kept me calm. I lived in their bedrooms. Watching them breathe was a distraction, a soothing way to remind myself that something near me was alive. Sometimes I could see Ben there too, smiling at me from across the strewn-out toys on the floor. It was the only time I felt any peace, just watching them sleep and trying to piece together the fragments of the accident. It was such a blur. A blur of Ben, driving us home from the restaurant, his panic as he put his foot on the brakes and the other car hit from the side, the chaos the impact caused in our tiny metal shell. Ben. Head back. Dead. It was my worst fear realized, a part of me stolen. Or was it? I'd become a bag of nerves, barely able to function. Every time I thought that I could breathe, even just for a short moment, the car was coming towards us again. The sound of the impact rang in my ears. It was never complete, always just those same tiny, terrifying fragments. I watched as my daughter Jade's chest rose and fell gently. She was only 6 years old. She would barely remember her father. Neither would her tiny brother Joey, only 4 years old in the next room. Raising them alone. Without my soulmate. Was that my worst fear? I flitted from room to room. Just watching my children and desperately avoiding sleep. Sleep bought dreams. Dreams I wasn't ready to see. Would I close my eyes and see Ben? The version of him I wanted to remember? Or would I shut my eyes and see his corpse? Neck lolling about in the driver's seat. Trickle of blood dripping from the end of his nose. Bang. No. I wasn't ready to sleep yet. Not ready to see it. I didn't make the children go to school. Who would? They didn't bat an eyelid at the change in routine. It was like their dad hadn't even existed. We spent those 2 weeks in a bubble of grief, them bickering over that stupid doll. I found their dad too painful to mention and they never wanted